What is up? I guess this is the first official build video of the 79 series. So, I've spent the past hour roughly, got the frame upside down right now. I've been cleaning up all the booger welds on the frame extensions here. So, I'm not 100% certain it's extended right yet, but I need to brace it because I don't really trust that right now. Because my Dobinson suspension stuff is slowly coming in. I ordered parts from Toyota for all the bolts, the hardware that hold the links and stuff in, so that'll be here in the next day or two. So I need to get the lower mounts here put in place. I get those guys welded back to the frame, but I can't do that right now because the frame's not right. So, been cleaning up the frame to make plates. I'm gonna make lower plates only for now. So the bottom edge of the frame will get a little thin, long plate that goes across that extension gap, fish plate essentially. And it will get heavy tacked in, as well as I'm gonna clean up these lower mounts today because Riley, a guy who used to work for us, is local. He is an 80 series. He's gonna swing by probably tomorrow morning, and I can pull off some measurements off his frame to locate those lower mounts correctly on the frame. So I kind of get that prepped so I can get this frame rolling. That's what I'm doing. Let me do some measuring, and then we'll do some cutting. What we got now is our plates are made. I've got that one clamped in place, 2 plug welds on the back side, 3 up front, 2 in the middle. They're 26.5 inches long, 2 inches wide. We got some nastiness like that, which we're trying to cover up and make stronger. So these essentially come and cover that for the most part, just like that. Before we weld them or tack them down though, I'm gonna spray some Steel It on the bottom side and then underneath here. It's the gauge between 3/16 and 1/4 inch. I can't remember what I had on the table, but so it's between 3/16 and 1/4 inch. So it will move that link mount because the frame is upside down now, down whatever that measurements, we'll call it 1/4 inch. It's gonna move that link mount down 1/4 inch. But what I have to do anyways is clean up this nasty plasma work they did. So I'm thinking with me cleaning up their nasty work, I'm gonna drop this down in terms of the world now, down anyways. So we should be clean, and all the measurements should be very, very close. Because even if they were brand new mounts and they didn't have that going on, and that got moved up in the relation to the world 1/4 inch, that's not that big of a deal. So again, frame's upside down. But I'm gonna spray these with some Steel It, like I said, a little light coat, clamp them down again, tack them in place. And I think Jill's almost back with lunch anyways. We're not working on that again because we're still waiting on parts. So make use of the afternoon and get the lower section of the frame done so I can flip this guy back over. I know what you're thinking, like Josh, why don't you just weld those holes up grind them back flush, and then cover a plate over them. Well, how metallurgy works is the more you heat stuff up, the weaker it gets, especially with metal. So I'm not exactly sure what kind of steel this is. It's either high strength steel or ultra high strength steel. I don't think they had ultra high back in when 80 series land cruisers were made. So it's high strength steel. So the more you weld it, it gets hot, goes through that heat cycle, it becomes brittle. It's not like glass where it's going to shatter, but it has more of a chance of cracking. So where there are holes, yeah, I could weld them up and it would be fine, but the amount of fish plates I'm going to put over top of this whole area, the holes aren't going to matter. And then I'm going to spray the inside of the frame. When all is said and done at final assembly with, it's called wool wax, or it's frame protected. It gets a little straw that goes in the frame. So all that will be fine, especially with the steelette. We just spray it on there waiting for it to dry. But yeah, that's why we're not welding those holes in. That, and it's so thin metal, we're talking, I'd have 2 hours of welding and then another hour of grinding. It's just not worth it. We're gonna put massive plates over top of it. It's gonna be stronger than it ever was from the factory. That's why. All right, so we got painted on the lower side. They're tacked in place, multiple spots. And then I'm over here cleaning up the lower link mounts now. So getting these ready to get tacked on here tomorrow, hopefully. All right, so Riley just came by in his 80 and took the measurements off that thing and found that the front sway bar bolt hole, center bolt hole to center bolt hole of said mount is 13 inches from center bolt hole there to there. So I got them up, we got them scored. I'm now making the plates that are going to even out that distance. So this has all been stripped and steeled already. So currently cutting those out. I'll walk over here. These will get put on probably here in a few minutes. So that's what my plate looks like. So it'll get welded around the outside fully, but then on the inside, we'll get those X welds there. All right, plates are cut out, smoothed up, quick coat of steel on them. I'm literally washing paint dry right now to slap them up and weld them on. So be back when they're welded. Back really quick. That side is clamped in place. Ran out of clamps, so that side's only halfway clamped in place. But see, now it sits flush there with the frame. So we'll weld everything up. Actually, I'm gonna heavy tack it for now. Not weld everything up, heavy tack it for now. All right, they were tacked on. Now I got the mounts clamped back in place. So there's welds behind the mounts. So I Sharpie marked around them. I'll pull the mounts off and weld only behind where the link mounts are. And I'm doing that simply because if I have to take all this back off, which before I do this, I'm gonna start measuring that to make sure it's right with that. So everything's sitting right with the best math I can do. That's the best we can do for right now. I'm honestly kind of half tempted just to tack these on really good, which I'm just gonna do that. Those are tacked in place pretty well. I'm gonna tack these in place pretty well, enough to where we can put the rear axle in this thing. It's not gonna go anywhere in case I have to cut all this apart to extend or reduce the frame. Mainly because the wheels need to be centered in the fenders, like I explained in the last video, or maybe this video, I don't remember, but the wheels have to be centered in the fenders. So that is a constant known. There and there have to be whatever measurement they are. So we have to make this frame the exact measurement for that. Yeah. lot of math and measurements and guesswork here. The rear back here, if it's too far out, too far in, who cares about cutting it? The suspension geometry between the Panhard track bar and that link mount have to be right. And then this section had to get extended perfectly for the wheels to match right. So yeah, I'm just gonna heavy tack these because if I have to change anything, I don't want to have to grind off full welds. I'm gonna tack these in place, and then this will be the end of the day because it's almost 5 o'clock here. Some of the dobbins and stuff just came in. The rest comes in tomorrow, and my Delta arms are tracking to be here tomorrow. So end of the day tomorrow. This should be a rolling frame. That'll be another video. Thanks for watching. Sorry, my mic died. It's been on the charger. I'm still not fully charged, so having to talk up a little bit more over the fans. But kind of a boring video, kind of cool. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Oh, parts. John Brady, the best buddy in the world, went up to Maryland and picked up my parts up for me. So this is what he came back with. Came back with 2 more front fenders, the cowl piece that goes in front of the windshield, the other front bumper, a complete Land Cruiser snorkel, where I only had half of that one. We now have a full Land Cruiser snorkel, including the pre-filter thing. My other radiator support with the hood prop, which is awesome, and another bumper support, and 2 more headlights, and another front grille. And this grille has 3 Raptor lights in it. Yeah, we won't be using those because it's not a Raptor. Now, thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.